My name is Emily. I'm a fashion designer. I think since high school I've been interested in fashion. I've always been interested in skirts because when I first started loving fashion, it was just watching old movies with my mom and I Love Lucy, and everybody was in these clothes and it was so elegant. And this was the 90s when grunge, so the juxtaposition of like the clothes that I was wearing and like these people who were just moving so elegantly through lives, I think that stuck with me. I came out in 2018 with an elastic waist skirt. I can go up to a 56-inch waist, so it's a really wide size range, and then I have 11 different lengths, and then within that I have different styles. So it's like, it is an elastic waist skirt, but it's also the width and the depth of the product is extremely important to me, like, because you can come back every season, buy the same skirt, it's gonna fit the same way, but it's gonna look completely different. I make them feel where it is an experience, and I think that's what clothing should be, that you should put it on and you should feel better. My product is made to fit petite women and tall women and all the sizes and all the shapes. I'm all about simplifying the dressing routine so that we can get dressed faster, not think about it, but feel really good in our clothes and have them functioning really well for our lives. And in order to do that, I had to keep almost like refining what it was that I made. So that's where I landed on the elastic waist skirt. My favorite way to style my skirt is to take it to the consignment store. My skirt is like a foundation piece, and you're gonna wear that and then be able to infinitely change what goes around it. And so I think the more options and the more you try with the skirt, the more you're gonna like the skirt, because the more you're gonna understand the skirt. You have that one piece in your closet, then all of a sudden you can be more creative with what you put around it. Since 2020, I've been using handmade fabrics. A lot of them come from Bangladesh, and half and half. The rest come from India. So hand woven fabric means that it's on a wooden loom. There is no electricity, it's foot powered. The fabric is it's like an art. To have fabrics where I'm like, Udit made this, and Muhammad made this one, and Chaya Rani made this one, and to have pictures of them at the loom, like that, just as a romantic who is so inspired by fabric, I was like, oh, this is it, I'm done. My product is so simple in some ways. It's an elastic waist skirt. But as soon as you enter all of these fabrics, like I think I could design infinite skirts, based on all these exciting fabrics. And I'm always finding more too. The majority of us, if we stop and think about it, we're uncomfortable in our clothes in some point. Something is pinching, something needs adjusted. With my skirt, I want women to feel a level of comfort that they haven't felt like in a long time. So it only touches your body at one place, and it's a place that makes sense. It's not too high, it's not too low. We need clothes that can flex with us through our day comfortably, but we also need clothes that can move with us through size changes, because that's just like a part of being a woman. We all need one. We need to have clothes we don't have to think about, super washable, massive pockets, out of really beautiful fabrics, because they just are gonna be skirts we buy today and we'll be wearing 15 years from now. What I want is to almost like raise our standards so we're more aware of that, because then we can hold the fashion industry to better, because they're the ones who are doing it to us. We're too serious. Life gets hard and then we don't know what to do with it. And then all of a sudden we're dressing in gray. We need clothes that can flex with us through our day comfortably, but we also need clothes that can move with us through size changes, because that's just like a part of being a woman. It's a part of life. I mean, grief happens or sickness happens, and all of a sudden we're up or down 10 pounds and all of our clothes don't fit. It's easy to get so wrapped up in the many important jobs that we're doing that we become totally backseat, right? There has to be a returning to play, to interact again with beauty, and that those two things like kind of unlock like joy again. Kind of like, I think some of that can be helped if we just are more intentional about personal style, but I think it's so hard to get personal style because you're like, well, I don't know what to pick and I don't know how to do it. So to just make it easy and comfortable so that it's what you're reaching for, because functionally it's working the best. And then the added bonus is like you feel great and you look great in it, and it goes with your flip-flops.